Welcome back. This is going to be a two-parter episode, as you might know. And so I'm back. So we're going to continue now with the Cavs news. On the plus side, in Garland's case, he showed encouraging signs as a playmaker, averaging 5.1 assists per outing in his last 26 games active of the 2019-2020 season. His instincts in that realm were a big positive from my perspective, as Chris Fedor says, and he'll continue to grow there, and was meshing with Kevin Love and Kevin Porter Jr. And others more as his rookie year progressed. That said, we need to see more in the scoring and shooting sense from Garland, and even from having more aggression in that regard on a game-to-game basis. Did his prior injury play into that? That's the big question. It could have, but I don't know. But I don't think it did. I really don't. But I don't know. It could have. It could go either way. It could have or it couldn't have. Either way, but it's hard to say whether or not that it did. So I can't say whether or not it did, but I can't say that it didn't. It's just a question that's up in the air right now. But let me know what you think. If you think that it did, if the injury did play into Darius Garland's case on a game-to-game basis. So in the 2019-2020 season, leave me a quote on my discussion page on my Scott Sports 101 YouTube channel, or on my website, scottsports101 at gmail.com. I would love to see to have him based on Fedor's report. I seem to have him based on Fedor's report, and hopefully Garland, who does have a superb handle, can take advantage of that and generate space off the bounce as a shooter more consistently in 2021. Garland hitting only 40.1% of his shots in 2019 was disappointing, and he is a much better shooter than that. I firmly believe he'll improve in that realm in year two, going forward. Though, in terms of a positive spin, Garland was more respectable from three-point range comparatively. He hit a knockdown level at 35.5% from deep, but he did hit a healthy 39.2% on catch and shoot three-point attempts per NBA.com's shot tracking data. That tweet showed the shooting capability is there for DG, but we need to see it more from the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I can agree with that. And I think it may be another rebuilding year for the Cavs, but I think we're going to see a lot more of that in 2020 and 2021. The Cavs said in a tweet on Twitter in early January, Darius Garland drilled multiple three-pointers in 10 consecutive games. By doing so, he became the only Cavaliers rookie to ever hit that mark and the only NBA rookie to do so this season. That tweet from the Cavs again highlights how the ability is there for Garland in the scoring, shooting sense, but we need to see him show that more game to game throughout longer stretches. That seems to be a growing narrative heading into 2021. In that early January span, though it was Garland's best stretch of his rookie year campaign, as KJG's Amadou So detailed then, Garland averaged 15.7 points and 6.0 assists per outing, and most importantly, he was looking to assert himself more in key stretches of games. We saw him do that in plenty of flashes as a rookie, and it often paid off for him and helped open up more playmaking and realistic assist opportunities, for others to counter that. Now, as the Cavs tweet hits on the ability is there for Garland, especially as a shooter, but he just needs to demonstrate that more frequently. Too often, as a rookie, he seemed unwilling to get himself going and was passing up chances even with his natural shooting ability. Cavs fans attest to that, and I can agree with that. Garland was passing up chances with his shooting ability, but hopefully he will show improvement in the 2021 season when that gets underway. Even so, Garland in 59 games did have 105 three-pointers made, becoming the only second Cavs rookie to hit 100 triples made plateau. Joining Sexton, the novel coronavirus pandemic didn't get DG a chance to fearlessly break that record for Sexton, as the Cavs ultimately won't be an Orlando participant. I'll bet the Cavaliers could reportedly participate in a second NBA bubble of non-Orlando teams and eventually play 4 Summer League type games. But either way, the milestone was still notable. That even with today's NBA being so perimeter oriented. Plus, Garland, along with Sexton, did show very good touch floaters as a rookie. Hopefully next season, though we all see him assert himself more game to game in the scoring sense, and that will only open more playmaking opportunities for him, ball and swing to others. Him hopefully getting stronger and heading into 2021 could help him on both ends too. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. Swinging back, this Cavaliers tweet again reiterates that the ability is there for DG, but he just needs to let it fly more frequently to have more of a game-to-game impact. As Cavs fans know, we didn't see enough. We didn't see that enough in year one, and hopefully we will see a lot more of that in 2021. And the Cavs are set to the NBA is set to return the 30th, and that's when everything will get underway. And when the NBA will finish the last, they will do the last 8 games of the season and the rest of the season, and also the playoffs, and first and second round in the Eastern Conference Final and the NBA Finals, and hopefully they will crown a champion. But there's been some. They are still taking the coronavirus pandemic into consideration and seriously, because there have been some NBA players that have tested positive for the coronavirus, and so I really do feel that it will start on the 28th, but the date could be pushed up, but we'll have to wait and see. The Tribe is getting ready. Is already doing some workouts at Progressive Field, and they want a pitcher that's going to be an ace. And Shane Bieber is really showing his potential. He's the Bieber that we saw last season. He pitched a lot of great games, and when you get Corey Kluber or Trevor Bauer, they were aces too when they were with us. And I really think that Shane Bieber could really be the Tribe's ace and number one starter this upcoming season. And in other MLB news, there have been almost 28 out of the 32 of the 30 MLB teams. There's been 28 out of 30 players and also coaches and staff that have tested positive for coronavirus. But the season, hopefully we'll see what happens. But I think the season will still get underway on July 23rd or 24th, either way. But we do want to get the vaccine. Hopefully we'll get it. And hopefully this thing will pass us and we'll get everything back. And I'm keeping a positive attitude about that. And the NHL is still in negotiations of when the NHL regular season will resume and for 2019-2020. And when the playoffs will get underway and the regular season. And the fans it's going to take the fans a strong sense to really get the NHL to come back. It's going to take NHL fans a lot. So hopefully, and I'll keep you updated on this development on this story, and stay tuned on the MLB story as well. And one more thing of MLB news: the Tribe and the Pittsburgh Pirates could be playing a exhibition game before the season starts on the 23rd and 24th, and it could either be here at Progressive Field or it could be in Pittsburgh, and it could be 1 to 2 exhibition games before the season starts on July 23rd or 24th. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for this 2-part podcast of Scott Sports 101. I'll be back with another podcast either tomorrow or Sunday, but until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.